Hey guys, Slappy here. Welcome back to the Project Singularity Creativerse server. And I want to start out today by planting some saplings and putting some leaves down and just sort of adding a little bit of landscaping vibe to spawn. I'm also going to finish up the pathway going over to there. About to start a movie. Figured this is what I would do in the meantime. But anyway, I'm going to cut to being over at the museum. We're going to do some work over there today. The soccer stadium looks really good. We'll come back later and check to see if all these trees grew and how they look and whatnot. But for now, I'm just going to do a little bit of stuff. Over at the museum now, and let's take a little gander. Today, I'm going to try and get a lot done on this. But it's going to be pretty boring, I think. So, essentially, we are kind of done with this section, if you guys remember. Basically, we're now at the point where we're over here. Okay, we have a Pigsy sleeping on top of it, and then one bouncing in the fan. Anyway, we're over here. We have a couple rooms done. And now what I'm going to do is some of the bigger rooms. So the way I'm going to separate it is I'm going to have a room with all the wood stuff, room with all the stone stuff, and then what I'm thinking is I might, at a later point, do a big room that has like all the blocks in it, but for now I want to segregate them a little bit, and eventually I'll do one big room, but for now I think that's how we're going to do it. So let's see how many of these there actually are. Wood, stone, Grecian, Adobe, Moroccan, mantle, corrupt, bungalow, holiday, rustic, Mayan, Arctic, haunted. That's 13. 13 rooms. Some of them are bigger than other. I'm going to start with wood, and then we'll go stone and on down the line. This is going to be a lot easier to build up here, though, other than needing to like get more blocks and whatever. This will really just simply be laying a path. We don't really have to dig too much. And yeah, it should be fairly easy. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is get a room for the wood stuff, a room for the stone stuff, which is going to be a little bigger. And we might go for 4 rooms today. We might go for 4 rooms all the way down to the Adobe. So the stone one I think I'll put over here in the middle. It would probably be pretty big. I'm thinking I might just use the top of this floor. But yeah, that should be a pretty big one. So now I'll just, you know what? I'm just going to get building. I'm just going to build until I am out of blocks or whatever it is. And then we will fill them, I suppose. A little bit of time has passed. These things, they just take a little bit of time. But you know, you turn on a movie, it's all nice and fun. How about that Super Bowl last night, huh? Whoa! Even if you don't like football, it was incredible. Anyway, Tom Brady, gosh. That guy's just amazing, huh? Anyway, so yeah. Woodrum, it's not huge, but you can see we're going to do the 10 types of wood here. 10 types, yeah. 10 types of wood here across. They're going to be 3 tall. I think that's going to be good. And then the rest of the room over here, I started putting stuff that's kind of like against the wall. We got a bit more room. I'm not sure if I'm going to do glass this whole way, just, you know, for convenience's sake. Up here, I kind of did this Adobe wall thing. This is the Adobe room. So this is where we're going to have all the Adobe blocks. There's not many, so it's a pretty small room. The other thing I think is a good time to address is right now this all looks like a giant white blob from the outside, like wandering around it. As soon as I'm done it, I have plans to just go through and just make it look better from the outside. So you can see here I put like a little bit of a border and some like support legs. I'm going to do stuff like that once I'm finished the whole thing, you know, go back and kind of make it look good from outside. Because there is going to be a path that goes off. We're going to have stuff over here eventually. I think we're going to have the blueprints over there. But yeah, so I'm going to go back and make it look good from the outside, because you will see it from the outside, you know, occasionally. But I'm not going to do that right now. This also might be some terraforming and stuff. Oh, but this is taking a while. I have one more room left to do, that Grecian room. I think I'm going to leave that for now. I guess what I could do is start going through and filling these in. So right now, I think the Adobe would be a good place to start. I'm actually missing a couple of these recipes. But, I mean, I can leave a spot for them. I'm not sure why this flower pot is in the Adobe one, but you know what? If it's in there, we'll put it, maybe it's because it's like the bricks. Does it take the bricks? Yeah, it just takes the Adobe bricks. So, yeah, I just gotta, craft up all these, which is pretty easy. It's just a matter of making some slabs and, yeah, just getting some dyes. That'll be pretty easy. I'll do the Adobe room first, and then hopefully the wood room. Yeah, time to, the other thing I wanted to do is, I'm going to put down this Grand Architect chest over here. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm only using a couple things per room, right? I'm not, you know, if you craft 8 blocks, you're only using a couple for each room. So I'm going to put all the extra blocks in here, and then when we're done this project, hopefully we have probably more than one chest that has all the blocks in the game, and then I can just do a massive room somewhere with all the blocks, which I think will be really neat. If you've ever been to the War Museum in Ottawa, Canada, there's a War Museum. It's a really great museum, but at the end of the museum, they have this really awesome room. This should totally be a window here. But they have this amazing room that's a garage filled with all kinds of tanks and military vehicles, and you can like just wander around the garage, and it's incredible. So that's what I'm kind of hoping to do. We'll have some sort of offshoot here that's just a massive room with all the blocks in the game. But for now, we're going to segregate them like this. I feel like that's a word I shouldn't use. Like segregate? I feel like that's got a negative connotation now. Maybe I should think of a different way. We're going to have them in separate rooms by their little categories. Yeah. Anyway, I got to make all the Adobe stuff, so I'll be back after, just processing and whatever. Got all the Adobe stuff in, but I'll show you guys something weird. These yellow slabs won't place for me. I can place everything else down. The yellow slabs will not place for me. Don't know what it is. This is the room, though. I feel like this could be moved elsewhere. Yeah, so we got all the different things. There's a lot of kind of cool stuff. This doesn't really fit here, does it? Maybe over here? Sure. I think it's pretty cool. You can see all the blocks. They're all kind of neat. Walden playing the me and greens, crushing it. I think it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty simple, pretty basic. I tried to keep like the sight lines open. So you got all these roofs are pretty cool. I feel like you could do like kind of a really cool toy-esque looking house with like these roofs, but I wish they had blocks that matched them. Because like, I don't think, this is too dark to like go with this roof, I think. Like they go together, but like, this almost has like that plastic house, like that plastic toy vibe color to it. Anyway, but yeah, these are the floors that they have. I didn't actually have all the stuff unlocked. I didn't have the yellow Adobe stuff, but I don't know when. I had some in a chest at like my mountain base for some reason. I assume Walden at some point gave me the yellow Adobe stuff. I don't know. This is the Adobe room though. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's cool. It's got kind of a cool vibe. I'm out of siltstone at the moment, and I don't feel like mining it right now. So yeah, I think I'll go collect the wood off camera at some point. But I think what I want to do now is head back over to spawn. This actually, you know, it doesn't look like a ton of work, but this is actually a lot of work to do this stuff. But anyway, we have some stuff I want to do at spawn a touch. I'll show you guys what I've been doing at spawn. I'll come back to this room, to these rooms at another point in time. You know, I set goals that are too big, you know? I set goals that are too big, but let's go back over to spawn because I want to show you guys some of the stuff I've been working on. Now, at the start of this episode, I talked to you guys about landscaping spawn or whatever, and I planted some trees. I've planted more that I assume haven't grown yet, but some of them have. And I've tried a few other things that I think are kind of interesting. But we'll find out. We'll find out. So this obviously all needs to be changed. I don't know. I don't have an idea for it at the moment. Nothing's really changed around here. I left this alone. I think like a tree in the middle might look kind of cool. Like put a tree in the middle of the water. I don't know. But I've been adding grass. Most of this was added by me by hand. I put this tree here. I've been putting leaves. I haven't put that many over here yet. I've been putting leaves down, and then I did this. I noticed a lot of the servers I've been touring on like those Sunday videos, a lot of them do this bushes next to the path thing. So I just tried it right here, and I think it looks really nice. I think it looks really nice, but I don't think it'll work throughout all of spawn. I don't think it'll work throughout all of spawn, so I put it up here, and I think this is like a really nice area for it. I like the way the fences kind of connect. But then from down here, it looks a little strange. So, I don't know. We're going to have to work on that, but most of the stuff I've been trying out has been over here. So you can see I've been planting trees. There's a bunch more planted over on this side because I felt it looked a little lopsided. They just haven't grown yet. But yeah, I've been putting grass every which way. I've been putting the leaves around the hills. And I think it looks more full. Like before this was all kind of empty. Now I think it feels a little bit more like full and natural almost. You know, just like there's some colors to break up the textures. I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see what you guys think about it. There's a bunch of saplings that are yet to grow, so there'll be more trees. I just kind of want to get your guys' opinion on this whole idea of like putting leaves and sort of landscaping it to look a little nicer. Also, what other textures do you think would look nice? I could put like cobblestone maybe, you know, have some like other stone breaking it up. I've been thinking maybe like fences could look kind of cool. I don't know. Curious to see what you guys, if you guys have any like landscaping tips for this area. I also tried the leaves on the path over here, and I think it looks terrible over here. I don't think they really work when you have a diagonal path. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think this works particularly well. But yeah. Anyway, we're over at the soccer stadium now, and still under construction. I've gotten a lot of really good feedback from you guys. So I am going to move these. I'm going to put sensors here so that you don't have these pressure plates. You can basically use a sensor as a pressure plate, right? If you just make it like a one high thing. A few people commented that. That'll work great. I'm still working on like a scoreboard system. I'm basically like testing out a few things right now. So I don't want to, you know. I wish there was a creative mode in this game. That would be really nice to like do all this testing with if there was just like a way I could just like spawn the blocks, but anyway, you can see I've been testing a bit, but yeah, that's about it for me today. This was actually a lot of work this episode. There was a lot of time spent landscaping and like just building over at the museum. But yeah, I just wanted to get your guys' opinion on the spawn landscaping and like let me know what you think for like other blocks I can add in, or you know, is there too many leaves? Is there not enough? You know, I don't know. Thinking maybe like a water feature over here, like some sort of like waterfall down into like a little lake or something. Could be kind of cool. Yeah, I'll wait for your guys' feedback. Anyway, that's going to be it for me today. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Next time, I'm going to do a lot more progress. Today was just a lot of sort of placing blocks, but I want to get a lot more progress done next time. Yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment what you guys think. I asked a few questions there. Feedback's always appreciated. Subscribe for more Creativerse and all that stuff, and I'll catch you guys later. Ciao!